Hello. So today I'm going to share about all the things that I've learned throughout this course. So I just want to start by saying that I think that this course has been super um, uh, impactful for me because I've learned so much about myself and how I communicate with others, and just all of the moving pieces have really come together. So, I'll start out by sharing some different ways that I believe that my family influenced my culture. And so, I came from a very wonderful home life with a great extended family that was part of that daily home life, which is, I mean, it might be unique to some, having grandparents, aunts, uncles all living together. Um, but that was our culture. And so um, the impact I think that my family had on culture and how I communicate, all of that I think is really important. Some of my reflections from my journal mentioned experiences, with a grandparent or aging folks that live at home, and just those differences in culture and kind of how everything came into play were really fascinating, and they've definitely shaped who I am today and kind of how I view others. So, some of the things that have really helped me over the past couple of weeks become a better communicator, I think obviously the big thing is the awareness wheel. I really enjoyed working with that just because I'm somebody that needs to see something. I'm a very visual learner, and so when I can have something like that wheel on the piece of material, I can move through and say, this is the issue, these are my thoughts and feelings, giving sensory data, talking about wants, needs, all of that is really important, and it really helped me clarify how to work through a process in order to get what I need, or just work through any sort of challenge. So that was one of the big things that really helped me improve how I communicate. So everything is just very clear now. The so Another thing is that it really helped, with using the awareness wheel. It helped for me to differentiate between thoughts and feelings. That was something that was mentioned a little bit in the text, and um, I think that it was small but mighty. It probably could have been a little bit more, because it was something that was blurring things for me before, where I would kind of muddle the two and mistake a thought and a feeling. And so it was just really good to take a deeper dive, and now I consciously remind myself, you know talk about how you're feeling. What are you feeling? What are those emotions? And I think that the emotions bring a lot of power to the situation. So um, they they just kind of solidify things, I think, a little bit. So those were kind of the big things that I was working on. The other big thing that I was working on was attentive listening, and when like, prior to taking this class, I think that I was not the best listener, and I was giving off some not great body language, very dismissive and kind of avoiding a lot of times. And I think it has to do with the fact that maybe I just didn't know, how to approach challenges and conflicts. So um, that's something that I've definitely improved on. So being a good listener, being present, and I'm finding that I'm having more authentic and genuine conversations and experiences with people when I am present. Um, So that's kind of that is my big thing for moving forward. Like a goal for me is to just be really conscious of making sure that the other person knows that I'm here, I'm vested in this, and not kind of playing things off, which I used to do quite a bit. So my SOS has definitely noted changes. I think there was a moment a couple of weeks ago where it was almost kind of funny, where my partner acknowledged, like, I think that he thought I was being kind of patronizing, um, but in actuality, I was like honestly trying to listen and hear him out and hear out what the challenge he was having at work was, and so my responses might have appeared to be kind of patronizing, but they were actually just I was trying to be not a judgmental listener, uh, you know, trying to get more information by asking open-ended questions, um, and using a lot of just reframing and summarizing just to really let him know, like, this is, I'm here and this is my feedback, without kind of encroaching on, you know, dominating or taking over the conversation. So, and then another thing, I had a close coworker mention that she she noticed that I was avoiding things less, avoiding conflict less, and I think that that directly relates to the fact that I feel more confident now. I've got tools to work through different situations, and so I'm avoiding things quite a bit less, I would say. I'm trying to model good communications with the staff that I work with, um, and also at home. But with my staff, um, I have actually I used a copy of the uh, awareness wheel during a staff meeting. We always do like a little kind of staff development piece at the beginning of our meetings, and I framed it more for use in a classroom space, and instead of as a tool that we would be using, and just, showed them the different elements of the wheel and talked about, how could we use this with kids, and it was really great. So I'm trying to model some good communications and whatnot moving forward. So my confidence with communication has definitely increased. I came into this class a little well, I felt like I was overconfident and I knew a lot, and in reality, like, I learned so much. So, um, the I plan to move forward with all the different tools and really utilize them, and I hope to be a much better communicator. So this class has been pretty awesome.